Chetty.
In fact, I'm not aware of that, but I think it's good that you give us that information. But if I can take this opportunity to just mention one or two projects that we are in the process of developing, initiating, my colleague, Dr. Murugeyan, who is present here among the audience, and myself. One would be on the temples of Mauritius, an in-depth study, not just, the photos and illustration, but try to go into the history of those temples and preserve that memory, that heritage aspect. And I'm sure all of us here, my fellow countrymen and countrywomen who are here, would agree that this is something that has not yet been done. We have an inventory of temples, of kovils, but we don't have a real study starting from the first up to what temples, and then that what you mentioned, we will cover that also.
Okay.
And perhaps the second thing also I would just mention en passant is that in Surya Murthy's book on the Tamils in Mauritius, he refers to early places of worship that the first Tamils who came from Pondicherry had built. But there are no traces. The fact is, nobody has really researched it. At least we can find documents. One of the things that we would like to do, Murugeyan and myself, say, for example, in the archives of Pondicherry, maybe there are certain documents that we could retrieve. We don't know, hopefully. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hukum Singh. The question.
This is the last question.
Yes.
No other question.
For Tirumala Chetty, I have published a book titled Yarandam Veeranaikar Natkuripu, which goes from 1778 to 1792. Now, in 1793, there is one Veerasamy, who is known in Mauritius, and also you quoted Lieutenant Veerasamy. And this Veeranaikar that I am quoting doesn't appear between 93 and 1816. So during the revolutionary period and during the Napoleonic Wars, we are seeing once more that Veeranaikar after Napoleon War. We call it in French Restauration during Louis XVIII. So I would like to know if in Mauritius do you have hints to link this Veeranaikar and Lieutenant Veerasamy? Thank you.
Colonel Lieutenant Veerasamy, he was in the army, in fact, at Abercrombie, by Abercrombie, under Abercrombie, and he was there are records about him in Mauritius, and but we don't know whether we can link it with further research has to be done to link these two people, and so that we can find out the truth. The second, I would just like to mention about the Buddhism, if you give me 1 minute, Chairman. Buddha is Buddha is also being venerated by Hindus. So much so, அது ஒரு கிளையாக ஹிந்துயிசம்க்கு ஒரு கிளையாக இருந்தது ஒரு காலத்துல. Before that the Chinese prayed Buddha. So, Tamils of Hindu faith, sometimes when the kovil is for them, they tend to put other deities also, like Rama, Krishna, Hanuman, in kovil or Murugan. So, perhaps, I am not saying that you must have seen that Buddha, and perhaps they have put Buddha because they believe in him. It is not that because the Chinese were there that they have put Buddha there. So I hope that you... Thank you.
இந்த அமர்வை முடித்துக் கொள்வோம். தமிழ் வாழ்.
புலம்பெயர்ந்து சென்றாலும் நம் தமிழ் பண்பாட்டை காத்த அந்த தமிழ் பண்பாட்டுடன் ஒழுக்கத்தை காத்து வரும் அந்த தங்க தமிழரின் வேண்டுகோள்படி நாட்டுப்பண்ணுடன் இந்த விழா இனிது முடிவடைந்தது. வாழிய செந்தமிழ் வாழ்கன தமிழ வாழிய பாரதம் அணி திருநாடு வந்தே மாதரம் வந்தே மாதரம் வந்தே மாதரம்.